Today on FSI, we are breaking down the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears from a betting perspective. Now, I've done all the film research and he's done all the analytics, so we can give you the best information to make a good decision on the game. I'm your host, Tom Cross, and to my right is our analytics expert, Stephen Fu.
Thanks for tuning in this week. The Bears are on the road as a 6-point underdog. They're plus 225 on the money line, and the Rams, they're minus 270.
I'm shocked by the spread. At -6 for the Rams, that's a bit high. I had this game graded down to about Rams minus 3.5, 4. But keep in mind that the public, they're going to be taking the Bears just because they beat Tampa Bay and they just got done beating the Panthers.
The Rams just picked up their second loss of the season against the 49ers, and the Bears had a big road win against the Carolina Panthers. Neither matchup scored much, and actually both games came down to a single possession.
Nick Foles has proven that he's just an average starter. He had a QBR of 70, and he threw an interception for no reason against the Panthers. He's just not an elite quarterback. I wouldn't even say that he's good. He's just a guy, a jag.
Goff had a terrible week against the Niners. He had under 200 passing yards and also threw an interception. This will be back-to-back weeks that he's thrown a pick. It's not going to get any easier this week against that Bears defense.
The Bears' offensive line is below average. Against Tampa Bay, they allowed 9 out of 33 dropbacks to be pressured or sacked. Now, they are playing the Rams, who came off the worst game they have played on their defensive line. Jimmy G had all day in the pocket, so I got to give this matchup a draw until I see something better out of Aaron Donald, who was very disappointing on Sunday night.
The only real weakness of that Bears defense has been their pass rush. They have been struggling to apply pressure all season. However, they did get 4 sacks last week against Teddy Bridgewater, so we'll see if this is something they can carry into this game.
The Bears' weapon starts and ends with Allen Robinson. He's their go-to guy. He just had 50 yards last week. So despite the quarterback change, you're really not getting much more production out of him. Now, the Rams secondary, they are very good. They do have a lockdown corner, so I got to give a slight advantage to the Rams in this matchup.
The Rams' passing offense was completely shut down last week. Not a single receiver had over 50 yards, and they'll be facing a very similar defense this week. The Bears are a top 5 pass defense, so I have to give the advantage here to Chicago.
The Bears' run game is straight garbage. Montgomery had 50 yards against the Panthers, and the Panthers have a horrible defense. So I was really shocked by that and disappointed. Now, on the other side of the ball, the Rams' defensive line did not perform well against San Francisco, but in previous games, they have played well. So I do got to give an advantage here to the Rams' D-line. I expect them to completely shut down the Bears' run game.
The Bears' run defense is right in the middle of the pack. They're giving up 4.3 yards per rush, which ranks them at 16th in the league. The Rams' rushing has actually been declining. They started the season as a top 5 running offense, but they only rank 15th now.
I got to close my eyes and take the Rams here. And there's the number one reason is that they don't run a conventional drop back offense. So I feel like the Bears aren't going to get tons of pressure on Goff. And at the end of the day, the Bears, they can't score, and it's been back-to-back road games for them. So I expect the defense to play a little bit below what they usually do, and I don't expect the offense to do anything. Therefore, I have to close my eyes and take the Rams here.
I think 6 points is too much to give up against a great defense. The Rams' offense is not anything special, and their defense is pretty weak too. The smart play here is to buy up a point and get the Bears at +7.
Now remember, we can't predict the injuries or the weather, so make sure you follow our Twitter for our official moves. We're 11-2 and we're killing the sportsbook this year. Now that's it for us. Do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe. Tell us who you're going to be taking in the comments below.
We don't care about favorite teams here. Our focus is on making you money. Follow our social media on Twitter, Instagram, or our webpage. The links are below.